shot from Goldsworthy.
Oh, what a comeback that is! Got him.
And taken. They are very much in this, the Foxes. They are fighting hard.
Brilliant shot from Goldsworthy.
Oh, what a comeback that is! Got him.
And taken. They are very much in this, the Foxes. They are fighting hard.
shot from Goldsworthy.
Oh, what a comeback that is. Got him.
And taken. They are very much in this, the Foxes. They are fighting hard.
Brilliant shot from Goldsworthy.
Oh, what a comeback that is. Got him.
And taken. They are very much in this, the Foxes. They are fighting hard.
Brilliant shot from Goldsworthy.
Oh, what a comeback that is. Got him.
And taken. They are very much in this, the Foxes. They are fighting hard.
Listen to them fans. Flow rider and lunch money. Three Miami boys, you know what time.
And making their way to the middle now, your two Leicestershire Foxes openers, Rebecca Brooker and Francesca Sweets.
Well, hello and welcome to the Upton Steel County Ground on what is a pleasant Friday afternoon here in Leicestershire, as the Leicestershire Foxes host Northampton Steelbacks in the Vitality Blast Women's League 2 North Group, to give it its full name. I'm Sam Martin and I'm here giving you ball-by-ball commentary on what is set to be a very exciting local derby. Both sides have played 3 games so far, the Foxes winning 1, which was last time out at Worcestershire, and the Northampton Steelbacks winning 2, including a nail-biter when these sides met in Northampton back at the start of June. News from the toss is that it was won by Leicestershire, who have elected to bat. Opening the batting, captain Becky Brooker and number 15, Cheska Sweet. Umpires are ready and we're away to go. And it's a dot ball to start.
Opening the ball from the Bennett end, Carpenter.
And you'll have heard on the effects mic there. Opening the bowling from the Bennett end is number 23, Emily Carpenter. Interesting thing to note early doors whilst we're looking at the game, on a used pitch, pitch that was used for the championship game. Dot ball just worked into the offside. Again, Brooker there looks to make room, try and carve into the offside, but it's picked up at backwards point. And it'd be interesting to see how they go early doors in the game between the two sides earlier on. Leicestershire got off to a really good start chasing, 60 off first 8 overs before falling away ever so slightly. And it's bowled. Brooker looks again to work into that offside inside edge, and it's just chopped onto leg stump. That is the worst start for Leicestershire, and it'd be interesting to see how they react from here. Exactly what they want, Northampton.
Brooker goes without scoring, score number 1.
So it's a duck for captain Brooker, and coming out will be on loan from the Blaze, Scarlett Hughes.
In at number 3 for the Foxes, Scarlett Hughes.
I'm really here, so early on in the game, it's about how can they rebuild now. With the power play, the Foxes will still look to go hard, make use of that short boundary out to the offside towards the meet. And really exploit the power play. But the perfect start for Northampton, dot wicket, and they've really got a chance to really put the pressure on now. Another dot ball, probing length from Carpenter. Hughes on the front foot, looking to drive, looking to beat through the outfield, and with no covering fielders out there, as soon as it gets through the ring on what is set to be a very fast outfield, you're going to have to assume it's 4 runs. Another dot ball. It's a maiden start. And that is the perfect start for Northampton, exactly what they will have wanted. Be really important now that Northampton get round quick, really put that pressure on. It's 0 for 1 off 1 over. And now it's a roll of Cheska Sweet. Top run scorer for Leicestershire so far in the competition. 117 runs at an average of 58.5. Opening bowling from the pavilion end for Northampton, captain Gemma Marriott. Another dot ball, worked into the offside, and now the pressure will be starting to tell on Leicestershire. 7 dot balls to start. They've got to stay patient though. Important to remember that on this track, which is a slow track used for 4 days already, it's going to be hard to really find the pace. It's important to stay cool and take the game long. And there's the first run for Leicestershire. Marriott looked back, looked to get on the pull, didn't quite time it, the ball didn't really get up. Sort of clothed it to mid-off, and they've been able to scamper through for a single. More importantly, Leicestershire off the mark. 1 run, and Sweet gets down the other end and gives Hughes a chance. The left-hand, right-hand combination will make it difficult for Northampton bowlers, just working their way, trying to find the length as they start up. Marriott into bowl. That's full. Hughes gets on the front foot and it's a misfield at mid-off. They're able to get through for 1, looking for a second. It's good running from Leicestershire. Sweet running to the danger end, gets back. That's 2 runs. And those sort of things are going to be extremely important. The last few games here, certainly in the T20 at Leicestershire, you've got 120 plays, 121, 93 plays, 94. So it'd be important to run hard, even if the boundaries are not there. Run the singles hard, make 1s into 2s. And Hughes, with the on drive there, down to mid-on. Another single, 4 off the over so far, and it's much better from Leicestershire. Working just to tick the run rate over. As Marriott pulls out in the run-in, dead ball signalled by the umpire. 4 runs from the over so far. Marriott will be looking to get out the over, dot ball here, and it'll be another good over for Northampton. Leicestershire will be looking for a boundary. Marriott runs in. And it's a good ball, back of a length. Sweet can do nothing more than just drop it down into the offside, and it's a dot ball. Good over from Northampton, 4 for 1 off 2. And Northampton have made a great start to the power play. And it's Carpenter from the top end, hoping that she can pick up where she left off, which was, of course, a wicket maiden first over of the game. Oh, it's an inside edge, and that's going to run all the way to the boundary. Desperately unlucky from the bowler there. But for Leicestershire, does that matter? It's 4 runs, and that's the most important thing. Doesn't matter how they come. It says 4 in the book. 4 for Hughes. Leicestershire moved to 8 for 1. And at this point in the game, with very few fielders out on the outer ring, you just got to get bat on ball and hope that you can make the most of it. And that's exactly what Hughes has done there, inside edge down to fine leg for 4. And again, gone the same location. It's going to be a chase on. See how quick the boundary is. 4 more. Again, it doesn't matter how they come. Hughes will be happy with that. And it's hard for Carpenter to really know what to do. You can't really set a field. Maybe look at dropping backward square even finer, but with the small boundary to the leg side, it's going to be worried about the short ball that just gets swiveled for 4 if you do that. So at some point you just have to hope that you get away with it. But another good start for Leicestershire. 8 runs from the first 2 balls. And that's gone down the leg side. Northampton appeal for the catch, not given, but no wide either, so it must have come off 5-pad. Be interesting to watch that one back on the replay and see if it did hit anything. Most importantly for Northampton, it's a dot. Stem the flow of 2 fours down to fine leg. Carpenter in, that's much better. Off stump, dropped into the offside, no run. And Carpenter will be pleased with that. She'll have felt unlucky that first 2 went for 8 runs, followed it up with 2 dots just to stem the flow a little bit of the runs. Again, Leicester haven't looked comfortable, so she won't be too put out. Wide ball given this time on the offside. Hughes rock back, look to cut, make use of that space all between backwards point, all the way around on the offside. Just one fielder at 3rd man, but missed out. Still 1 run to the total. Ball's got to be bowled again. 9 off the over. Leicestershire will be looking to really maximise this now. That's well bowled. It's a good reply from Carpenter. Dot ball. Hughes looks to open up, go to cow corner, but misses out. And just like in the last over, this is the ball. 9 runs from it so far, but given the start of the innings, Northampton won't be too bothered by that. Dot ball it is. Wide outside off stump. Hughes will probably feel she's missed out there. Half volley. And it's a dot. Good reply from Carpenter after the first 2 balls unfairly went for 8 runs. 9 from it, and it's 13 for 1 at the end of the 3rd. So halfway through the power play, 13 for 1. It's going to be Gemma Marriott to bowl again from the pavilion end. Cheska Sweet to face up. Field wise, there's deep 3rd man, deep square leg. And it's a wide to start. 3 run for Leicestershire. Marriott runs in, it's dropped into the leg side, just a single for Cheska Sweet. And it didn't happen in the last over, but this is where Leicestershire have to bat clever. Drop the singles, change over left hand right hand combination, make it difficult for the bowler, put the pressure back onto Northampton. Hughes in, full toss. Sorry, Marriott in, full toss. Hughes clips into the leg side, over the dive in mid-wicket, just runs through to mid-on. They'll scamper through for a single. She'll probably feel that she missed out ever so slightly there. Full toss on the leg side. Would have been looking to work up and really make good contact. As soon as it beats the ring, it's 4. That's well bowled, dug out, but only to mid-on. Dot ball, good from Marriott. Again, we're looking to put the pressure on Leicestershire here. Although it's a used pitch, the outfield's very fast. Small boundary to one side. Marriott runs in. And And Sweet tries to make room. Into the offside, slight misfield, and the batsman very wise to it, able to run through. And it's a single. Again, rotates the strike. Run rate's up to 4.5 and over now. Leicestershire will be pleased with that. And it's a wide ball down the leg side. Yeah, Leicestershire will be pleased with the 4.5, considering the first was a wicket maiden. Have recovered well. 18 to the partnership now. And hopefully they'll be looking to just build that platform that really allows them to kick on in the second half of the innings. Down the leg side. Hughes is signalling for a wide, not given. Not sure if the umpire thought that that's clipped the pad again, but Hughes is pretty adamant it didn't. But that again doesn't change the fact that it's a dot ball. A much better strike from Hughes. Full toss again, this time rocked back, pull into the mid wicket, 4 runs, and a long chase all the way on what is a very large outfield here at the Upton Steel County Ground. Good from Leicestershire though, 22 for 1 at the end of the fourth. This partnership now up to 22, and Hughes really starting to kick on, 16 from 13. Again, like I said earlier, the 2-4s, Chinese cuts if you like, they don't matter now. 16 from 13, really starting to build a platform. And it'd be interesting to see now how Northampton respond. Now the pressure's been changed ever so slightly. Carpenter looks set to bowl her third over. Figures of 2 overs, 1 for 9 so far with that wicket maiden to start. Jessica Sweet on strike. Carpenter runs into bowl. Wide on off stump. Feel that she's missed out there. Again, packed field on the offside. Backwards point, cover, extra cover, but even still, it was wide and outside off stump, and she'll really hope that she's made contact down to the meat. 4 runs if it got through, especially on a day like today. But it's a dot ball. That one off the inside edge, out to deep square leg, but it'll only be the single. Good fielding out in the deep from the Northampton fielder. So it's a change of strike. Hughes on to face, left hand to left hand. And Carpenter will be looking to sort of hang it out on the offside. Don't give the chance on that short leg side boundary for Hughes. Yeah, and that's exactly what she's done. Probing length on that 5th stump line. Hughes feels at it outside off stump. Misses out. Dot ball. Really good from Carpenter this. Dot, single, dot. And after a couple of expensive overs for Northampton, this one's a good one. Pressure back on. Ooh, that's a good shot from Hughes. Makes room, backs away to the leg side, opens up and goes over offside. Only just missed mid-off, but it's 4 runs, that's the most important thing. She made good contact. Mid-off was in the game for a while. Big jump, and it's just gone over her head. 4 runs. And Leicestershire will be very happy with this. Hughes is doing exactly what she's been asked to do at the top of the order, especially coming in on 0 for 1. Again, same result. Half volley, probably a better shot this time. Mid-off has no chance as Hughes backs away. Works it straight over, up and over, 4 runs. And that's 2 consecutive boundaries for the Leicestershire batswoman. The score has quickly moved on to 31 for 1 off 4.5, a run rate of 6.4. Leicestershire will be really happy now with this start, especially considering the first over. Carpenter to finish the over. Yeah, it's a good reply. Took the pace off ever so slightly outside off stump. Who's again had a bit of a feel for it, misses out, dot ball. And it's 31 for 1 at the end of the 5th. And Leicestershire will be really happy with this comeback. Of a game that they'll be fancying their chances. Nail biter at Northampton at the start of June. Leicester in a position where they would have thought they were in a good place to win. 63 for naught off 8, chasing 120.
Number 2.
124 they were chasing, just fell short, lost by 8 runs. A change of bowling, Amelia Kemp coming from the pavilion end, and it's a dot ball to start. Nothing changes here for Northampton. Got to force the Leicestershire players to be inventive and play the shots. Like Hughes has come off the last 2 overs. But Northampton will feel that if they can just plug it up. Cheska Sweet on 4 from 11. And that's 2 dots to start, outside off stump. Both missed out. Looks to be slight movement away. Yeah, another dot ball. This time half volley. Cheska Sweet makes decent contact, but it picks out the fielder at mid-off. And that's dot 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 to start for Amelia Kemp. And this is where the pressure really starts to tell for Sweet. A few dots in a row now for the Leicestershire opener. And this time it's a cut. But still, oh, it's good running from Leicestershire, but they're going to take them. Not out. That one looked very tight. Sweet set off immediately for the second. Throw came in, looked close. Wicketkeeper took it well, took the bails off. Umpire given not out. Very good from Sweet with the dive in the end. Must have been close. Oh, it's a great comeback from Kemp. Another dot ball just outside off. And this has been a brilliant over. 3 dots, the 2 and then another dot. And now again this final ball of the over and final ball of the power play. Northampton will be praying for a dot, get out the over, start the power play really well. Leicestershire will be looking for a boundary. Finish off the power play well. Oh, it's brilliant from Sweet. Makes space and ramps over the keeper. Short, fine leg, and that is exactly what Leicestershire needed. 37 for 1 at the end of the 6th. Sweet, inventive. The pressure starting to tell, but she makes room. Very inventive shot. And 4, and that just releases that pressure on her. A brilliant cricket. It's one of those that can go both ways. You have to have a bit of risk, especially when batting at the top of the order in T20 cricket. But that time she gets it to perfection, and it's 4. And at 37 for 1 at the end of the power play, Leicestershire will be happy with that. Brilliant start to the innings, especially considering that first wicket maiden over. Hughes has come in, not allowed the pressure to tell too much. Fortunate a little bit with those 2 inside edges that ran down to 4. But then from then has really gone on. 2 4s over the offside in the over before last. Kemp came on them well, bowled well, but Sweet, inventive, makes room and just flicks one over fine leg for 4.
From the Bennett end, 26.
Now it's Sims to come on to bowl. 3 wickets against Derby. hoping to carry on from there in what was turned out to be a loss for Northampton, but yeah, she'll be hoping to carry on that form. Now with a little bit more protection out, be interesting to see if Leicestershire just look to use those gaps, turn ones into twos, run hard. Full toss, slapped away by Hughes, 4 runs. Slight chance at extra cover, but Sims will be the first to say that that one was not the best ball, probably deserved 4. That being said, that is often sometimes the balls that get wickets. But again, Hughes has already shown this innings, very strong over that offside, works away and really muscles it for extra cover for 4. Great start to the over for Leicestershire, bit of a freebie. Sims into bowl. Sims into bowl, Hughes looked to reverse sweep it, has then been locked off, ended up leaving the ball. It's gone for a wide, and it's gone for 5 wides. Remarkable ball, that. Just watching on the replay there, Hughes gets into position to reverse sweep, it wasn't really there, ends up leaving it. Poor keeper's got no chance, and it's ran away for 5. That's 9 from the first ball, effectively, for Leicestershire. Again, Hughes looking to reverse sweep it, makes no contact, and it's run through for 4 byes. Doesn't really matter for Leicestershire, runs are runs, whether they're extras or off the bat. Hard for the keeper. Hughes gets into position for that dab sweep, misses, and goes straight through. And Leicestershire have gone 5 wides, 4, and have raced along to 50. Coming on 6.2 overs. Again, another full toss from Sims. Hughes has worked it away into the leg side. Just a single, brings Sweet on strike. It's 51 for 1, 6.3 overs. Leicestershire now going at 7.8 and over. They'll be very happy with this. Sims will be looking for a little bit of pressure to come back on now. Yeah, and that's brilliant. Dot ball, exactly what she wanted. And she'll be looking just to see if she can get out this over. Sweet had to be inventive. But that 45 is there now for that little ramp. Yeah, another dot ball. Sweet tries to make room, work it into the covers, but extra covers there. So yeah, Northampton have put the fielder on the 45 to stop the ramp. It'll be interesting to see where Sweet goes to try and find the boundary. Bit of room over the extra cover if she tries to open up. And she doesn't, she gets on the back foot and cuts. Fabulous work in the deep to restrict that to 1, and brilliant throw. And that's the end of the over. 52 for 1 off the end of the 7th for Leicestershire. $11 from it. And Leicestershire will be very happy now. 52 for 1. Hughes going really well on 29. Sorry, there was actually 15 off that last over. I forgot about those 4 byes. So yeah, exactly what the doctor ordered for Leicestershire. And it'll be interesting now to see, it's going to be Kemp to continue from the pavilion end. 6 from the over before. Probably unfair to go for 6 as well. She bowled really well actually. So it's this matchup again. Sweet versus Kemp. Kemp rims in. Oh, and it's an edge, and it's going to go for 4. It's not good fielding, really good fielding. I thought with the outfield it would run down. Third man is able to get round, comes off the shin, runs to fine leg, picks the ball up, throws it, restricts it to 2. A little bit again unlucky outside edge for Kemp. She'll be feel a little bit aggrieved to have gone for 8 runs from her first 7 balls. Sweet and lucky again. She made good contact with that half stump, off stump, half volley. Worked into mid-off, slight misfield, and the batswomen are able to get through for the single. Brings Hughes back on strike, and that's probably what Leicestershire will have wanted. Hughes going really well, and they'll be looking for her to motor on. Platform's there, set, 13 overs left, and just continues doing what you're doing, putting the bad balls away, and then using this wide outfield. We're looking to singles, 2s into the leg side, just to drop into the leg side. Misses out, crashes into the pad, what was effectively a leg stump half volley. But yeah, Leicestershire will be looking just to utilise this vast outfield. Certainly, as Hughes is facing up out onto the leg side, she'll feel that she can just drop one in there and pick up those runs. Certainly with the left hand, right hand bat, just rotate the strike. Bold. Hughes again opens up, tries to sort of agriculturally mow it over cow corner. Misses out. You miss, I hit is exactly what Kemp's saying. And that's a great wicket for Northampton at a time when Leicestershire were really starting to build on. 55 for 2 at the fall of the wicket.
Hughes goes for 29. Your Foxes are 55 for 2.
Not sure if you heard that on the effects mic, but Scarlett Hughes goes for 29 from 22 balls. Partnership of 55 for Leicestershire. We'll be very happy with that. And in at number 4 is Lucy Weston. Leicestershire all-rounder.
Lucy Weston.
4 for 20 versus Worcestershire with the ball. Should be hoping that she can score some runs now. Hughes has given them the perfect platform really, Leicestershire now to go on. 8 wickets left in hand, 12.2 overs left. And they'll be looking to really push on here. Anything over 120 will be a good score. And there's no reason why they can't get that. Good from Northampton though. Kemp's bowled really well. She'll feel a bit unlucky to go for the amount of runs that she's gone for, only 9. But now the pressure is able to be put back on. New batter coming in. And again, field ever so slightly in. Attacking ring field, looking into the offside. You've got backwards point, cover, extra cover, mid-off. Not much room there. If it's offside, Lucy Weston will be looking, where can I get this ball to get off the mark? And almost feeling she's got to beat the inner ring. But once you do that, it is 4 runs, so it's that risk versus reward. Anyway, Kemp to run in. First ball for Weston. It's outside off stump, it's missed. It's another dot ball. Really good from Kemp. 3 from the over so far. That's an outside edge and a misfield. And most importantly, that key wicket, Scarlett Hughes. Falling for 29 from 22. Final ball of the over. All important 6th ball. Kemp moves the fielder out to deep cover. But it's missed by Weston. Another dot ball. Brilliant over from Kemp. Brilliant over for Northampton too. It's 55 for 2 at the end of the 8th. It looks like it'll be Sims to continue. This is where Northampton need it tight. They need no free balls, no full tosses. Really put that pressure on. You've got Cheska Sweet, who's on 14 from 20. Lucy Weston, new to the crease, yet to get off the mark. It's really important for Northampton that they get tight overs. Build 3-4 overs in a row, not many runs, and put that pressure back onto Leicestershire. Yeah, it's a nice shot from Sweet. Leg stump clipped into the leg side. Northampton probably not be bothered by that though. Gets a new batter on strike. Just a single. Sweet moves on to 15. It's 56 for 2. Now Sims has got to go at the new batsman. It's a no ball. Oh, it's brilliant fielding. It's unlucky really. Weston heaves into the leg side. And it's sort of tandem workout in the leg side from Weston, or from the Northampton field. Nearly keep the 4 in, but it doesn't go. It's 4, and it's a no ball. And that is exactly what Leicestershire needed, and exactly what Northampton didn't need. It's a free hit as well to follow. Lucy Weston will be going again, looking to the same area. She doesn't, she makes room, and it's through the inner ring. It's 4 through the covers. Wonderful shot. Another 4. 2 consecutive 4s for Weston. That's a brilliant start to her innings. And Northampton will feel that that pressure that they had applied with the Hughes wicket has just been eked ever so slightly. Important that they get that back. Sims into bowl. And much better line and length. Weston tries to work it into the offside, misses out. Well taken by the keeper. It's a dot ball, crucially. Scores 65 for 2 off 8.5. Weston in. Sorry, Sims in. But Weston has absolutely crunched that on the sweep. Wonderful shot through mid-wicket. Time to perfection. Field is out in the deep, had absolutely no chance. It's another 4, 69 for 2, Leicestershire. And it's another successful over for him. 2 to go on this, the 9th. Already 14 from it. Leicestershire have raced long 69 for 2. Run rate's up at 8 and over now. Making my target score of 120 look incredibly low. Sims into bowl. Weston plays out into the offside. Dot ball. Has allowed herself the freedom to just push them there if they're not there. It's been a very good over this for Leicestershire on what is quite a beautiful day at the Upton Steel County Ground. Weston on the sweep again. Again, really good contact, but that is brilliant fielding out in the deep. Save 2 runs there. Weston made good contact. Sweep out, but superb fielding. It's 2 from it. Moves to 71 for 2 at the end of the 9th. 16 coming from it for Leicestershire. I was hoping to see the number on the back of the Northampton fielder's shirt to give the credit, but she's walking perpendicular to me, so I'm unable to do so. Oh, it was the bowler, Amelia Kemp, which would explain why she was walking perpendicular from mid-wicket. But yeah, save 2 to go to what has been a brilliant start for her with the ball as well. Can it continue? In she comes. And it's a great ball. Cheska Sweet tries to make room again, work it into the offside, but can only find backwards point. It's another dot, crucial dot. Kemp doing a great job for her captain here. She bowled brilliantly last time out. 3 wickets. In she comes. Yeah, it's well bowled again. Sweet tries to make room. Can only really cloth it down to mid-on. But most importantly for Northampton, it's another dot ball. 2 dots to start the over. And after an expensive over last, this one really crucial. Kemp comes in. Yeah, it's a good shot from Sweet. She makes room backwards. And it's brilliant fielding. Does well out in the deep. She makes room, cut out to backwards point. Fielder gets round, slight fumble, but just manages to keep it in. Saves 2, but it's 2 to the score. 73 for 2 off 9.3 for Leicestershire. Yeah, well bowled again. Bit of indecision. Extra cover, slightly couldn't get it over, but manages to knock it onto mid-off. Jessica Sweet was looking, see if the run was there. Not able to find it. And this has been a brilliant over by Kemp. Dot, dot, 2 dot. 2 from it, 4 balls through. Works on the leg side, and that's flicked well. Leicestershire set off for the first one hard, but not hard enough. Sweet timed the ball really well, to be fair. Picked out deep square leg. Only a single. And it comes back to that crucial 6th ball of the over. You'll get tired of me saying it, but it really is important. Who gets out of the over better? 3 from it so far. Can Northampton get out? Or can Leicestershire steal a boundary? Kemp into bowl. Yeah, and Weston's timed that really well out into the offside. Be looking 2 here. Picked up by the fielder. Excellent work. Excellent work out in the deep to restrict that to 1. Single from it. Sims out there. Really good fielding.
That is the halfway stage of the first innings here at the Upton Steel County Ground.
And that's the end of the over. It's 75 for 2 from 10. They should be really happy with this, actually. $75 for 2 from 10. The perfect platform now for Leicestershire to go on. You don't have to be a mathematician to work out that they're going at 7.5 and over. And it's going to be a change of bowling. Anisha Patel coming on to bowl. And Northampton will be hoping that someone can back up Kemp at the other end, string a bit of pressure, eradicate that 4 ball. Weston, 15 from 9. She made a great start to her innings. She'll be looking to really accelerate here now. There's still plenty of time, just work the singles as Patel runs into bowl. Oh, she's bowled her. Brilliant ball. Slightly back of a length. Weston gets on the back foot, tries to rock it and pull into the leg side. Misses out. Hits the top of off stump. What a start that is for Patel. Wicket from her first ball.
Wicket for the Steelbacks.
Leicestershire 75 for 3. Weston out for 15.
By Patel. For 15, the Foxes are 75 for 3.
Partnership of 20. And yeah, exactly what Northampton would have wanted there. Put the pressure back on. And now all of a sudden,
Number 5 for the Foxes, Ellen Watson.
now presents a different challenge now for Leicestershire. They've gone from being in a perfect position with 10 overs left to just having to rebuild again. As Ellen Watson comes out to the crease at number 5. It's ever so slightly difficult by not having a number and name on the back. So I've very kindly used the announcer's announcement for that one. But Leicestershire will be hoping again that Watson can get into the innings well, really start to work it. pick the singles before she gets her iron. Rotates the strike with Sweet. And what is a big outfield, if you can find the singles, you can easily get 6, 7 and over without having to take too much of a risk. Patel into bowl. Watson looks to reverse sweep. Misses. It's going to be a bye. Getting a little bit harsh on the keeper. But another dot ball technically for Patel. Started off with a wicket and then a dot just a bye as she comes in. Cheska Sweet tries to come down the ground, looks to go over the offside. There is a big gap between cover and mid-off, who's quite straight. She misses out on this occasion, but she'll know it's there. Another dot ball for Patel. Yeah, and that's a great shot from Sweet. Gets on the back foot, makes room for herself, plays into the offside, but it's only a single. Good fielding out in the deep. First run off the bat for Patel. Full toss this time. Watson down on one knee, sweep into the leg side. Little bit of a mix-up, but they've managed to come through. Although it's now hit the keeper, but then good backing up by 3 Northampton fielders. Just a single for Watson there. She'll feel ever so slightly she missed out, but Patel knows, especially with the leg spin, that she's got that protection out there. Deep backward square, deep mid wicket. She knows really that any decent contact only going to go for single because it's going to go out to the fielders there. As she bowls the 6th ball of the over. Sweet up on her toes again, cuts away, picks out the fielder, pretty much a replica ball of the 4th ball. Single off it, Sweep keeps the strike. 79 for 3 for Leicestershire from 11. And with 9 overs to go, Leicestershire can afford a little bit of time. Watson to get herself in. Sweet will be looking now. It's important that she backs the length. She's on 20 off 29. Has been in for 11 overs. It's important that she carries this innings through. Change bowling for Northampton. It's Phillips. Ella Phillips coming in. Sweet on strike. 20 off 29. Leicestershire 79 for 3 off 11. That's a great strike from Francesca Sweet. Looks to have gone all the way. No, it hasn't. It's 4. Ever so slightly, my vision ever so slightly lost by the sight stream. But she comes down the track, works it over to mid wicket, cow corner. I've just watched on the replay. It definitely looked like a 6. Oh, it actually has been changed to a 6. There we go. 6 runs then off the first, followed by a dot. The umpire yet. I've just seen a 3rd replay, changing the signal. Oh, it's great fielding there. Chester Sweet again, down the track, makes room, turns the ball into a half volley, but it's wonderfully fielded by Abby Butcher at mid-off. Saves 3 runs because that was 4 if it got through. Sweet gets off strike. And Phillips will be bowling to Watson, the new batter. Phillips will be trying to just get through this over now, quick. Watson's off 1 off 2. Can get 3 dots through. Get out of the over. That's great running. That is great running from Leicestershire. Good backing up though from Northampton. Watson works it out into the offside. And even with a short extra cover, he's in on the one. Leicestershire are able to scamper through for a single. And that is exactly what they need to do, especially with that 6 first ball. Get your boundary and then get your singles. Again, quicker ball this one from Phillips. Sweet gets onto the back foot, tries to work it into the leg side. Misses out. Picks out mid-wicket, dot ball. Here it is. 6th ball of the over. And it's edged, but it's missed out. Good fielding. Oh, it slipped through. It was good fielding. Backwards point got down well. Slight misfield. Leicestershire gain an extra run. 2 off it. 89 for 3 at the end of the 12th. And another good over for Leicestershire. 10 comes from it. 8 overs to go. And they are 89 for 3, Leicestershire. Batting first after winning the toss. Choosing to bat. Looking to set a target. See if Northampton can chase it. And they have set off really well. It's always more difficult when there's runs on the board in T20 cricket. Patel, after a brilliant over, she's in to bowl her second. Oh, she starts well. It's an edge. Backwards point's able to get round, and it's 1 run to Watson. 90 for 3, Leicestershire. Patel quite rightly given a second. Bowling really well. But Sweet starting to tick on now. 29 from 34. Patient build up to the innings. As she comes in, comes down the track, misses. Keeper takes the bails off, but it's given not out by the umpire. Chester Sweet was able to get back. Patel with the ball flight that she's got, ball bouncing ever so slightly, it's bounced over the top of the bat, little bit difficult for the keeper to get up and down. But Chester Sweet showing intent again coming down the ground, and it's forced a fielding change from Northampton. They've moved, gained a long off. Will that stop her? It does. It does. A good change up in length from Patel. Back of a length. Sweet looked to come at start. Worked back. Just can only push it into the leg side. Another dot ball. Be interesting to see if she goes over extra cover here. There is an extra cover up, but a big gap over the top. She comes down the ground and it's into the leg side, and that is 6 more. That is a brilliant shot. Sweet comes down the track. Patel pushes it leg side and Sweet follows it. Straight over mid-wicket. And the curse of this long outfield, because poor Northampton fielders had to chase it all the way to the stand. Because it is a fast outfield, and Sweet has hit that and it is carried on running. Wonderful shot from the Leicestershire batsman. Leicestershire up to 96 for 3. And that's consecutive 6s in the last 2 overs for Sweet. And I said at the start, Leicestershire top batter of the competition, and I've cursed her. She's worked back, tried to cut one, can only find backward point, who takes a good catch, and it's another wicket for Patel. Good comeback after the wicket, after the 6. Chester Sweet will feel like she's missed out there. She had the room, wasn't the best ball, but she's played a wonderful knock. And the new batter for Leicestershire, Flora Davis, with the platform set. 96 for 4 in the 13th over for Leicestershire. Sweet 35 from 38. Batted really well.
In number 6 for your Foxes, it's Flora Davis.
Flora Davis just needs to continue where Chester Sweet left off, albeit maybe ever so slightly difficult. She's just hit 2 big 6s, but it's even more important now that her and Ellen Watson look to just rotate the strike as motorbikes fly up the Milligan Road. So apologies if you can hear them drown out my voice, maybe not necessarily a bad thing. Flora Davis here now. She's got plenty of time, 7.1 overs left to bat. Leicestershire 96 for 4. It's a good start from Patel. Dot ball. Davis just pushes it into the offside. It's well dealt with. 2 new batters to the crease then really for Leicestershire. They would have hoped that Jessica Sweet could have gone on, bat through, let other people bat around her. But at the same time, she had really upped the tempo of her innings, and she just managed to find backwards point. Took a brilliant catch, to be fair. Butcher it was, Abby Butcher, great catch. Ella Phillips is going to continue from the pavilion end. 10 off her first over. Leicestershire will be hoping for the same. In she comes. Watson on the reverse sweep, just misses out. It's a nice idea with only a point, nothing behind any contact, and it's 4. And that is going to prompt a field and change. Even though Ellen Watson missed out. Tries to make room, can only heave it into the leg side. And it's good fielding out in the deep. Only the single. Watson not quite made contact with it. Almost was able to get 2 runs as a result because it just kind of found that gap where there is no one. But deep backward square was able to come round. Phillips in again. Davis on top, but can only find point, and it's another dot ball. Brilliant over so far from Phillips. Flora Davis on the back foot, works that pull out to deep square. It's only the single though. Northampton won't mind that at this stage. Only 2 from the first 4 balls of this over. It'll be interesting to see if Ellen Watson looks for that reverse sweep again. She doesn't. It was well bowled, that. Well bowled. It can only work into the offside. It's a single. 3 from the over so far. 1 ball to come. Leicestershire 99 for 4 in the 14th. 1 ball left. And Northampton just sending a fielder out. Giving Flora Davis a single. Given that she's new to the crease. And that's exactly what she gets. Again on the back foot. Pull. She's found. I think Amelia Kempat though has got most of the ball in this innings. Certainly in that last over, and that is 100 for Leicestershire. Comes off of exactly 14 overs, and I think they've taken 100 for 4 on what is the 5th day of cricket on this pitch. Reminder that this pitch was used for the county championship game between Leicestershire and Glamorgan, albeit it was a good one. A lot of runs scored in that game. So a lot of overs of cricket on. 100 for 4, 6 overs to come. And it's Patel into her third. That's a brilliant ball to start with. Beaten Davis through the air. Misses out. That's a dot ball. Great start. Patel in again. Half volley and off stump. Davis can only find fielders. And credit goes to Northampton here. Still quite an attacking field for this point of the game. 2 new batsmen have allowed that. That's a great strike from Flora Davis. That's going to go all the way. Heave over the leg side. Maybe a touch harsh. It's probably more technical ability than that. It's maybe like one of mine. But it's 4. 2 bounces. Great shot from Flora Davis. Patel a little bit too full. She'll be looking just to drag her length back a little bit. So when she does, she gets turn and bounce out of this pitch. Be interesting to see what the Leicestershire batters say to their bowlers, what lines and lengths to bowl, because there has seemed to be a lot of bounce out the pitch. Same shot. This time, a little bit straighter, finds mid-on. Only a single, good fielding. Leicestershire 105 for 4, 2 overs left to the 15th. And again, they've set themselves a really nice platform here. Be interesting to see how they can go on. Patel into bowl. Worked into the offside. But it's only going to be the single for Watson. Patel and Northampton will be happy with that. It's one of those overs that both teams will be happy with. 6 from 5. Again, how do they finish off? Flora Davis will be looking boundary. 3 fielders out on the leg side though, so if it's going to do it, it's going to have to be over the offside. Clips into the leg side. Takes a single, keeps strike for over. And that's 107 for 4 Leicestershire. Off 15. 5 left. 7.2 overs. 7.2 the run rate. And they'll be looking now to see, really, with 5 overs left, what score can they get up to? They'll be targeting 140. Anything over that, they'll be very happy with. Give their bowlers a target to defend. But with plenty in the hutch, they've probably got the chance to really step on the accelerator now. Ella Phillips doing to bowl her third. That's a great strike from Flora Davis. Makes great contact, gets on the back foot, pulls it into the leg side, and it's 4, 2 bounces, splits the fielders in between the meat. Finds a gap straight into the stench and Benno stand. Flora Davis will be pleased with the start of this over. Phillips into bowl again. And it's the same contact. This time she can only find a deep square leg. Again, on the back foot. Gets up. Flora Davis works that pull. This time picks fielder out. Be interesting now to see what Watson tries. Whether she looks for the single to get Davis back on strike or whether goes boundary option herself. And it is the boundary option. And it's the right option too. She's absolutely nailed it for 6, straight into the meat. Great strike from Ellen Watson. She moves to 12 from 9. And it's forced to change. Phillips going around the wicket. And again, it's short, but this time contact's not quite as good from Watson. She can only find deep mid-wicket for the single. But she'll be happy with that. And so will Leicestershire. 2 boundaries already from this over. 12 runs come from it, and still 2 balls to go. Yet to be a dot as well, which is important, especially at this point of the innings. If you can keep rotating the strike and then hit the bad balls for boundaries, it can really motor through. And that's exactly what Leicestershire are doing. Davis again, and it's the same thing. Oh, and it's bounced over the fielder. That's unfortunate for the fielder there, really. Davis again, it's back of her length. She gets on the back foot, works that pull, and it bounces straight over mid-wicket's head. And it's another 4 for Leicestershire, crucially. 123 for 4, with 1 over left to the 16th. 16 from the over. 1 ball to come. As Davis misses it. Good take by the keeper. Goes for the appeal for stumping. Umpire giving it not out. And Leicestershire will be delighted with that over. 123 for 4 with 4 to go. And every time I make a score prediction, they make light work of it. I originally said 120. They've gone by that in the 16th over. I then changed that to 140, and it looks like they're going to go past that too. if they continue, especially the way that Davis and Watson are going. So going forward, I'm just not going to say anything. Well, certainly when it comes to scores. Patel to bowl at fourth. She bowled really well. 3 overs, 2 for 17. And she comes again. Yeah, clever cricket this from Watson. She turns it into leg side. Uses the fact that there are 3 fielders out there and takes a 2. And that is brilliant. Really good cricket. It's been on for a while, that. The runs that they've scored have allowed themselves the ability to do that because Northampton have got 3 fielders all on the boundary. It's a big old leg side. Same thing again. Patel, as a result, having to go and chase the ball herself off her own bowling, and Watson's able to get through for the single. It's really clever cricket from Watson, that. Be interesting to see whether Davis goes for the same thing. Anything on the offside, the ring's up, so if she goes up and over, it's a boundary, but anything on the leg side can just drop it and take the 2. As that is a perfect example. She gets on the sweep, makes far better contact, but it's straight out to the fielder and it's only a single. Don't necessarily have to hit the ball that hard over onto the leg side. Can just drop it in and take your runs. But a single is still important to Leicestershire at this point. Watson faces up. She drops it into the leg side. Again, decent contact. This one a little bit straighter to mid-on. Fit a single. Good take by the keeper on the bounce. So 2 balls left to Patel's spell. 2 for 22 so far. She'll be hoping to get another wicket. Leicestershire 128 for 4. 16.4 overs. Well bowled. Davis on the sweep again. Replica to the 3rd ball really. On the sweep, decent contact. Single to mid wicket. It's all that important 6th ball of the inning, 6th ball of the over. Leicestershire will be looking wicket. Northampton will be looking. Leicestershire will be looking boundary. Northampton will be looking wicket. And it's a dot ball. Northampton will be pleased with that. 129 for 4 then at the end of the 17th. 3 overs to go for Leicestershire. 6 wickets in hand and they can really pressure on now. Great spell from Patel. 4 overs, 2 for 23. And she'll be pleased with that. Especially with the wickets that she got. Big one of Cheska Sweet who'd really started to kick on. So with 3 overs left, the Northampton captain's going to do what all good captains do, bring herself back on to bowl at the death. She's set to bowl the 18th and the 20th, if all things go according to plan. 3 overs, Leicestershire will be looking 20 plus. And that will be a great start. 4 runs down to 3rd man. Unlucky for Marriott, really. Davis makes room, tries to go over the leg, offside, outside edge. And given that your only protection there is a sort of a conventional point, you've got no chance. Good from Davis though, because what that does is it forces field change. Northampton have had to move, bring a 3rd man in, which allows room on the leg side, which is a short boundary. No, sorry, 3rd man's going to come up to short 3rd. Marriott into bowl. That's a great shot from Davis. Straight back down the ground. Watson running to the danger end, takes 2. Runs really well there. Good shot from Davis, tries to go down the ground. Doesn't quite get all of it. And there is a deep, long on. But Watson set off on the first one really well and managed to get back for the second run into the danger end. 2 runs to Leicestershire, 2 runs to the total, 135 for 4. Davis on 25, Watson on 17. As Marriott runs into bowl. That's well bowled. Sometimes full toss is quite difficult at this stage of the game, especially if they're straight. Davis can only find it long on. But even still, she'll be pleased with the start of the over. 7 runs have come from it off the first 3 balls. Now Ellen Watson to face up. As Marriott runs in. It's a full toss. Looks like it's going to be a no ball too. Watson works it out into the leg side. Yeah, on the pull. No ball given for waist height. Albeit it was probably more like shoulder height when she hit the ball. So it's a no ball and a free hit. Single off it too. So it's 2 bonus runs for Leicestershire. Now Flora Davis on strike for this, the free hit. Where's she going to be looking? I think leg side. She's not. She makes room, cuts it. It's great fielding there. Really good fielding. Stops 3 runs because that was probably through. Flora Davis makes room, cuts it, but it's a great stop at backwards point. Saves 3 runs. It brings Watson on strike. 139 for 4 with 2 overs left of the 18th, Leicestershire. As Marriott runs in. A good ball. Watson got down the track. Obviously with a keeper bat, that's very little risk. Tries to carve it over the offside and misses. Marriott will be pleased with that. But it's still 10 from it already with 1 ball to go. Certainly Leicestershire's over. Northampton need a wicket here really, because they've now got 2 batsmen that are set with 2 overs left. And it's played out into the offside. Fielder quite wisely doesn't throw, because the Leicestershire batters had made their ground. And that's 1 from it. 140 for 4 in the end of the 18th. Leicester will be delighted. Another 11 from the over. And there's my 140 prediction. 12 balls left. Shows what I know. And it'll be Watson on strike to face the start of the 18th. And it looks like it's going to be Amelia Kemp to bowl the 19th from the indoor school end. Watson to face up. That's a great start. Dugout can only go as far as mid-off. Good running. Watson Davis set off early, got through. Single to the score. Davis on strike. 11 balls left in the Leicestershire innings. As Kemp comes in. Davis down the wicket again. Can only find leg side. And it's brilliant fielding out in the deep. Northampton have actually fielded really well out there. Been quite aggressive into the ball.
Coming back into the attack.
That stopped.
It is Amelia Kemp.
Stopped Leicestershire the chance to come back for the second. It's only a single. 2 singles from the first 2 balls. Northampton's start, you'd say, but you're only a boundary away from Leicestershire if they can take singles off the good balls. And that's out. It's a wicket. Caught. Good take that. Watson looks to make room. Tries to carve it away into the offside, and it's a good catch at backward point. Another good catch actually in that position. Abby Butcher with the first one. I've lost it behind a pillar to see whether it was Abby Butcher with the second one, but I think it was. You know that she's not changing positions, but a great catch regardless of who it was. And Ellen Watson departs for 20 from 19 balls. The score is 142 for 5. Wonderful from Leicestershire though.
Coming out at number 7 on debut, it's Lucy Hyam.
And that brings out Lucy Hyam to the crease on her second debut for Leicestershire. She's on loan from the Blaze. And she's got free licence here, really. 9 balls left. Hasn't seemed to be too many demons in the pitch. I thought it'd be a little bit slow, but the bounce well. And she can basically just hit through the line, try and find boundaries, or alternatively take your single, get Flora Davis back on strike, who at 28 of 20 is batting really well. Kemp into bowl. Hyam mishits it into the leg side, but by doing so, has been able to run 2. That's brilliant running, really good running by both Hyam and Davis. Hyam set off quick, Davis followed her up, and again, the big old leg side from Leicestershire has been able to just drop it in, albeit unintentionally. Not quite made the contact that she would have wanted, but to have the presence of mind once doing that to run the 2, really good. This one she's made she's made much better contact, and as a result only got single for it. Funny how this sport works, but it looks like she's telling Flora Davis to come out the back of the hand. Good change up by Kemp. And now with 7 balls to go, it'd be interesting to see whether Davis goes for a boundary here or a single to keep herself on strike for the next over. She looked boundary, but it's picked out fine leg. We got round well, and it'll only be the single. So it's 6 from the over, 146 for 5, including the wicket for Amelia Kemp. Crucially for Leicestershire, it does mean Flora Davis is on strike for the last over. Six balls left, 146 for 5. I'm not even going to attempt to make a prediction. But it's been a fabulous innings for Leicestershire, and they'll be hoping for a big over here just to finish it up. They've got the perfect person. Davis set 29 of 21 balls, and she's looked really good for it too.
Coming on to bowl the final over from the pavilion end for the Steelbacks, it's Emily Carpenter.
And again, it shows how good my predictions are. I said that Marriott brought herself on to bowl the 18th for the 20th, and it's she's not. It's Emily Carpenter to bowl the 20th from the pavilion end. Flora Davis to face it. It's well bowled. Wide Yorker outside off stump. Flora Davis has to reach for it, can only find cover. It's a dot ball, crucial dot ball to start the 20th over. 5 more of them would do Northampton very well. Got a feeling Flora Davis might have something to say about it though. Good change of pace. Davis makes good contact, but can only pick out mid-wicket. And it's a single. Carpenter looked to take the pace off the ball with that one. But like it came differently out the back of the hand. Crucial for Northampton that they get Flora Davis off strike. With 4 balls left, Lucy Hyam into the crease, who's only faced the 2 balls. Northampton will be hoping they can keep it tight. Carpenter into bowl. Hyam gets on the back foot, hits this hard out into the covers. Good fielding in the deep. Able to get 2. 2 more to the total, 149 for 5. With 3 balls to go. Carpenter to face. Carpenter running in, Hyam to face. Hyam down the track. Looks to make room. Beats mid-wicket. Can only find deep mid-wicket. The throw's off. Leicestershire able to get 2. Good running really from Leicestershire to put on the pressure.
That's the 150 up for your Leicestershire.
And that is the 150 up. Comes off 19.4 overs. 2 balls to go. 151 for 5 Leicestershire are. And if it was a good toss to win, they have proven it. Because they've won the toss, had a bat. Batted really well. Lucy Hyam comes down the pitch. She's hit it hard. And that is quite a stunning catch. An absolutely stunning catch from deep mid-wicket. I slightly lost it behind the pillar. but it looked really good, and the reactions from the crowd and the reaction of the player who is carried on to do a lap says that that was maybe a good one. I'm going to watch the replay now. What a wonderful catch that is. Crucially for Northampton, it's a dot ball. But yeah, I think she was very happy with that one. Lucy Hyam goes for just 7. And there'll be 1 ball to go. Leicestershire will be looking wicket. Leicestershire will be looking boundary. It's Laura Cross going to face it. And yeah, huge credit to Michaela Kirk for the catch. It looks 6 off the bat, it looks 6 in the air. Half lost her behind the pillar that's in front of me. And I just heard the screams and the reaction as she appeared from the pillar doing a celebratory run. 1 ball to go then. Leicestershire will be looking, where is the boundary option? Half a Laura Cross with having not faced one, especially knowing that there are catches out in the deep. Take catches like that. That's probably the area she's going to be looking, especially with Carpenter's action, left arm over on the angle. Carpenter runs in, and Croft does exactly that, but she can only find long on. But that's brilliant running, really good running that from Flora Davis. She got up the other end and she set off. They had no intention of doing anything other than running 2, and that's what she gets. And it's 2 runs to the score is 153 for 6 is the final total for Leicestershire off her 20 overs. And I think they'd have been delighted with that at the start. As I said, there's 123 that Northampton scored in the alternative tie at Northampton, and that proved to be a winning total. Leicestershire have gone 30 runs larger than that on what is not the smallest pitch, in all honesty. There's a lot of room out, certainly to the Milligan Road side, slightly shorter to the meet, but Leicestershire batted really well.
53 for 6 off their 20 overs.
Sweet with 35, top scorer. Special credit to Flora Davis, who scores 30 not out off just 23 balls. She batted really well. And then Scarlett Hughes too, really, as well. A great innings, 29 off 22, coming in at 0 for 1 to keep the pressure on and to keep scoring the runs at a quick rate. Leicestershire will be delighted to get 153 for 6. Credit to the Northampton bowlers, worked tirelessly. Patel bowled well, Kemp bowled well. Carpenter bowled well, especially at the end. And we're going to take a short break before we get the Northampton chase, and they will need 154 runs to win.
Cricket continues later on this weekend. Leicestershire men will be taking on Middlesex in the Ross County Championship starting on Sunday the 29th of June at 11 AM. Day 1 will be in support of National County Cricket Day, which means all tickets are free for Day 1. If it's tickets for days 2, 3 and 4 you're after, please do visit our Tixar site or visit Liv and the team in the ticketing office and they will sort that out for you. Don't miss a moment of cricket this summer. You can now get your half-season ticket for just £150. This covers all remaining fixtures, both men and women's here at the Upton Steel County Grounds. It also grants you access to the Kidworth fixture for the One Day Cup. If this is something you're interested in, head to our Tixar website once again to find out more information.
Tell me that we'll never be apart.
Me and I can be talking for weeks. She from South and I come from me. I'm gonna date her and money like weeks and take her mind so I can clap them cheeks. Sexting with a good set of beats. Imagination looking at the sheets. And I can feel the vibe that she's on me. What in the real thing is getting deeper. Yeah, that's what I like though. So sexy, cute but psycho. I wanna beat it like Michael. Open doors and give her a Michael. Cause the monster is gentleman. So fly like a pelican. Don't start experimental now. She's in my
welcome back out to the middle, our two umpires.
Well, welcome back.
Followed by the two openers for the Northamptonshire Steelbacks.
And it's 154 to win from Northampton. And opening the batting, it'll be captain Gemma Marriott and Amelia Kemp. Both who bowled really well. And Leicestershire, as they're in the huddle, Franklin, the coach, telling them exactly what he expects. And they'll think that they're in with a good position here. Important that they keep it tight, especially the power play. Try and get on top. And if they do get on top, which they'll look to do, and it will be difficult for Northampton because that run rate, required run rate, will keep climbing. On the flip side, Northampton, they'll be looking to get out early. Score runs in the power play. Leicestershire 37 for 1 they were at the end of the 6. And Northampton will be looking to get on top of that because Leicestershire really did motor as this innings sort of progressed. So Marriott to face the first ball. It looks like it's going to be Emma Thatcher from the pavilion end for Leicestershire. The umpires are ready. Batter's ready. Thatcher's now ready. She's got the new ball in hand. Protection is deep mid wicket. And fine leg. Ringfield on the offside. A reminder that Northampton's first over with the ball was a wicket maiden. And Leicestershire would like something like that right now. Thatcher into bowl. Oh, and she started with a wicket. Just like that. That's the perfect start. Marriott goes first ball of the innings. Great ball from Thatcher, bowled off stump. And that is exactly what Leicestershire will have wanted. 0 for 1. Take a little bit of credit for that one. Take the assist. Now just 5 dots. And it will be that wicket maiden to start, just like the first innings. Michaela Kirk, number 3. As skipper Gemma Marriott walks off. Great ball by Thatcher. Looked like it moved ever so slightly back in. Through the gap, took off stump. And now, just like in the Leicestershire innings, Kirk and Kemp have got a rebuild to do. But what makes it difficult is that if they take time to do that, that required run rate will just keep climbing. It puts more pressure through the end of the innings. Kirk just gets her guard. Looks like she's taking leg stump. Well, I've just watched the replay and I look miles out, so ignore that. Thatcher into bowl. And it's another good ball. Outside off stump. And from the off, Leicestershire look busy in the field. Look loud, and that's what runs on the board do. Gives you the ability to really get on top of the opposition. Every dot builds pressure. Every good over builds even more pressure. Pressure gets wickets. Thatcher in. Yeah, really good Can only work into the leg side for one. She gets off the mark. Oh, swooped in. Now brings Kemp on strike. 1 for 1. Both opening partnerships 0. Don't always see that. Kemp's first ball then. And again, really good from Thatcher. It's great fielding at short third. Outside edge. Down, but it's no run. Leicestershire will be happy with that. And again, they're just thinking pressure build, pressure build. No freebies at this point. Don't let Kemp or Kurt the chance to really run away with their innings. Thatcher in. Really good again. Just off the legs. And it'll be a leg bye down to fine leg. Not given, must have been runs. 2 for 1 then. That crucial 6th ball. Thatcher looking to finish the over off. And she has, really good. Only dug out back to the bowler by Kirk. It's a dot ball. It's 2 for 1 off the first. Leicestershire will be delighted with that start. And now they'll just be praying that they can carry it on from the top end. Because if you can get pressure coming from both ends, then it makes it very difficult for Northampton batsmen, especially with the runs on the board.
Opening the bowling for the Foxes from the Bennett end, it's Ellie Phillips.
It's going to be Ellie Phillips to bowl from the Bennett's end. Amelia Kemp to face up. And she'll be looking again, boundary option. So that short offside towards the electronic scoreboard. Starts off, hip high, leg stump. Only 1 down to fine leg. Fine leg gets round well. Kemp gets off strike. Kirk, same thing. It's important that they don't go into the shell, Northampton. Still in the middle of the power play. This is the best time to score runs. With only 2 fielders out. Both of them on the leg side with short offside boundary. And Kirk pits out. Deep fine leg again. So for all that, both first 2 balls of the over have gone down to that fielder at deep fine. It's almost like Phillips is bowling to the field that she's got set. But she will be looking to target that off stump, bring her line back straight up. That's exactly what she does with that ball. She's got plenty of protection in there. Misses extra cover, but mid offset to pick it up. It's a dot ball, and it's much better from Phillips. She'll be looking at just probing that 4th stump line. Use the protection that she's got on that offside as she runs into bowl. It's on the leg stump and it's found fine leg. 1 run to the total. 5 for 1. 1.4 overs gone. And already the required run rate's up at 8.1. Leicestershire will be hoping that they can get 3 or 4 good overs in. Really get it high. Once you get it up to 9s and 10s, it makes it a lot difficult. And you only need a couple of wickets, as that's a wide. Kirk tries to make room, reaches out a little bit, try and prod it into the offside, misses. Fortunately, the umpires deem that one as a wide, so it's a free run, and the ball will be bowled again. This time, similar, missed out, Kirk. It's a dot ball, just inside the tram lines. Phillips will be happy with that. 4 from it, 5 balls gone. That crucial 6th ball, get out of the over. Who can win the over? It's tight at the minute, 4 from 5. Yeah, bowled wicket. And it's Leicestershire, the winners of the over. Phillips bowls with Kayla Kirk. Again, that pressure ever so slightly building. She goes across the line, misses out. Like Kemp in the first innings, you miss, I hit. Phillips goes through, takes the off stump.
Second wicket for the Foxes. Kirk goes for 2, bowled by Ellie Phillips.
And it's 6 for 2 at the end of the third, end of the second. And all of a sudden, 153 or 154 looks a long way away. Brilliant from Leicestershire, and it's really important now that they put the pressure on and continue it, because it's ever so difficult for new batsmen such as Bella Howarth, who's coming to the crease. But it makes it really difficult now for her and Kemp down the other end, because you've got to try and build in and you've got to look to bat long, but at the same time you've got to be up at 7s, 8s and over, otherwise the required run rate just disappears and you end up needing 12s for too long a period, and it's too difficult. A reminder that as the table stands, Northampton's played 3-1-2, Leicestershire played 3-1-1, so this is a really big game in the middle of the table. How's that for a shot from Amelia Kemp? Oh, folly from Thatcher, admittedly, but Kemp has absolutely crunched that through the offside. Gorgeous shot, and that is exactly what Northampton need. Emma Thatcher will be trying to get back on now. Tighten that line up. Unfortunately, she snuts it wide down the leg side. So it's a good start to the over from Northampton. 4 through offside, and then the wide. Emma Thatcher was leading wicket taker in the T20 Cup last year. She started off well today with the first wicket, the first ball of the innings. She'll be hoping to carry on as she goes through. In she comes to bowl. Yeah, it's a much better line. Good contact from Amelia Kemp. Down to mid-on. It's a single. Leicestershire won't mind that too much. Kemp off strike. And now Bella Howarth, who's yet to face a ball. Got to face a left arm, slightly different. It's defended into the leg side. Dot ball, good from Thatcher after that first ball, went for the 4, and then the wide. Line's been a lot tighter these last 2 balls. Single and then the dot. And she'll be looking just to build that pressure back up again. Can afford to go for a couple of runs. Really good, really good. Cramps Howarth up, who can only hit that packed offside field that Leicestershire have in there. There is not much room. Backwards point, conventional point, cover, extra cover, mid-off. 5 fielders in quite a tight ring. That's all Emma Thatcher has to do. Again, lovely shot from Bella Howarth, but it's just hit that field. Get through for a single because she's timed it quite well. Mid-off's quite deep on the circle. But Leicestershire won't mind that. Again, been a good over from Northampton. 4 off the first. Then a wide, so effectively 5 off the first. And it's still only 7. Required run rate's up at 8.2. Yeah, well bowled. A bit of a mix-up. There's a run-out chance. No, back. Well backed up by Leicestershire as well. Bella Howarth looking at Kemp, basically saying I've run 2 there. But it probably wasn't on. It's always difficult as a batter as well when it hits the pads. Although you know it's going down the leg side, you're still a little bit looking at the umpire. Howarth got halfway down, probably 3/4 of the way down. Kemp sent her back. She was back in ample time, so she's saying there was probably 1 there. That's the end of the over. 13 for 2 after 3. Another good over for Leicestershire. 7 from it. Northampton won't be too disappointed. Phillips into bowl again. Howarth, 1 run to her name. Really good from Phillips. That's perfect. Back of a length. Top of off stump. Can only be prodded down into that packed offside field. Not really much more she can do. 1 off 4 in the power play. It'll be interesting to see whether she can hold her nerve or whether the pressure forces a rash shot. And there's the shot, but it's missed. Unless you're vocal letting her know. She'll be looking out there and thinking that she only has to beat the ring. It's 4 runs on what is quite a short boundary out to that offside. But it's well bowled by Phillips, just hanging it out. That'll be interesting now. She just tightens that up, back on the stumps. Another dot ball as she runs into bowl. That's exactly what she does. Good fielding off her own bowling. However, gets down the track, makes good contact with it. And Ellie Phillips fields that well off her own bowling. Dot ball. 3 dots to start. Really good from Leicestershire. Exactly what they want. Now the pressure will start and be tell on Howarth, especially in the power play. And that's exactly what it does. And she makes room. She carves it away for 4. And just like that, that pressure gets relieved. Really good batting from Bella Howarth. Difficult in the power play, especially when there's lots of dots. You have to force yourself a little bit. But there she's backed herself, come down the track and worked it through the offside. And like I say, once it beats that ring field, there is no stopping it. 4 runs. Good batting, pressure off. As Phillips comes into bowl again. Good return. Straight. Howarth can only block it back. And even though that boundary's come, it's still only 4 off the over, and Leicestershire's over certainly so far. Be interesting to see, again, that 6th ball, can she finish it? Howarth will be looking boundary again. Looking down the track with the field in. As she comes down the track, makes good contact but picks out the fielder. Really good fielding by Leicestershire. And that's exactly what Leicestershire needed. Dot ball, they'll be delighted with that. 17th 2 off 4. At this stage, Leicestershire were 22 for 1 off 4. And at that point, they were really then starting to motor on. Scarlett Hughes kicking on. Cheska Sweet too.
Change bowling for the Foxes from the pavilion end. It's Laura Cross.
So it'll be Laura Croft to bowl from the pavilion end. 17th 2, Northampton. Kemp, runnable 8. Howarth 5 from 9. The required run rate already at 8.6. So Northampton will be knowing they can't let it go on too long as the wind absolutely picks up. A slight break in play just as Scarlett Hughes gets a helmet come up to the crease. Quite a wise move to be fair, because both Kemp and Howarth were looking to use their feet, especially in the power play with the only field is deep. 1 at 3rd man and 1 at deep mid wicket. So if you can get up and over the ring field, especially straight, it's 4 runs. So Hughes is basically just telling her, be careful, you've got to hit the ball if you're going to do that. Good take. Croft just loosening it up. Slightly wide. Kemp will feel that she's missed out, to be fair. It was short and wide. Good take by Hughes. Crucially a dot ball. Cross runs in again. Slightly back of the hand and that'll be 4. Great shot. Really good shot by Kemp. Picks it up. Down to fine leg. No protection out there, especially at this stage of the innings. Inside the power play, where those fielders on outside the ring are so precious. Croft will be disappointed there, really. Overcompensated from the first one that was short and wide. This one just a little bit too straight. Down the leg side. Kemp just helps it round the corner. Makes great contact, really nice shot. How can Cross reply as she comes in? Well bowled. Good field in at backwards point. Hit him. No, missed. Northampton get through for the single. Kemp on to 13. Good running really from Howarth. Set off well because that's gone straight to backwards point. Cross runs into bowl. Off the pad, that's great running. Really good running. Howarth missed, but it's off the 5 pad. And even with that square leg, Kemp set off straight away. And they're able to get through for a leg bye. Northampton will know that it doesn't matter how they come. You've just got to be making sure that you're constantly accumulating runs. And sometimes extras and running hard, especially on this big outfield, is really important. Sometimes a good shot to go for dots like that one. Kemp pushing it back down the ground, straight to mid-on. 5 runs from 5 balls of this over, the 5th. Oh, well bowled. Back over length, just gets up on Kemp. Good take. The scoreboard says over, but neither of the umpires do. Ah, now they do. A little bit confusion, umpires are looking at each other. And it is over, so it's 23 for 2 off 5. Leicestershire will be really pleased with the start that they've made. But Northampton will know Osmelia Kemp's in. And looking to be striking the ball really well, to be fair to her. They're certainly in with a shout. So it'll be interesting to see how they go now from here. Certainly, admittedly, when the boundary riders become more so at the end of the power play, it does make it easier to accumulate runs just in singles and twos. As there's a bowling change, Lucy Hyam, again on her second Foxes debut, for those that weren't listening earlier on loan from the Blaze, she comes in to bowl from the Bennett's end. But yeah, as I was saying, as the field goes out and there's less people in the ring, you can pick up sort of 6, 7 and over without really taking a risk. The worry for Northampton is that when it gets to that point, they'll already be at a required rate of more than that. Already it's at 8.7. Yeah, well bowled from Hyam. Bit of a mix-up, but they just get through. Oh, hit him, and it's given. Brilliant fielding. Brilliant fielding. I went a little bit early on the they just got through. There was a slight hesitation between Howarth and Kemp, looking at each other, then carried on through, and it's a great pick up and throw, and it's a direct hit. It had to be a direct hit, and umpires are giving it. Really good. And Howarth departs for 5. 23 for 3 now.
23 for 3.
As Beth Ascot comes to the crease for Northants with a significant amount of work to do. Flora Davis with the run out. And it's 23 for 3 the score. Northants still need 131 from only 14.5. Required rate already up at 8.8. And Leicestershire will know that few good overs here really heaps of pressure on. And if they can force Kemp to do something like the pressure that's just caused that run out, little bit of indecision, almost at hit and run stage there. And great fielding by Flora Davis. Kemp on strike because the batsman changed ends. Hyam into bolt. Yeah, and it's a dot ball. Good bowling from Hyam to start. Oof. Kemp makes room. Tries to hit the sweep. I was just watching, sorry, to see if that went for 4 or not, which it did. Gloves it over the keeper. Fine leg, long chase. It's up as short fine. Couldn't get there, and it's 4 runs. And again, Kemp will know it doesn't matter how they come. you've just got to score the runs. A bit like Scarlett Hughes with a couple of inside edges in the first innings. If you can score them, then they all count. Hyman to bolt. Kemp looks to make room, but again it's in that packed offside. Be interesting now, with 2 balls left of the power play, what Leicestershire do when the power play ends. Do they immediately revert back to all the riders and allow the chase, or do they keep the pressure on? That's a great shot. Really good shot by Kemp. She moves over to off stump, gets down on one knee and sweeps it through backward square for 4. Timed it to perfection. And just like that, she scored 8 off the last 3 balls. And it's exactly what they need. She moves to 21 from 17. And with 1 ball left, she's going to be looking boundary again. With 1 ball left of the power play. Causes a field change as well for Leicestershire. They're going to now look to have deep backward square as well as a deep mid wicket. Sees that Kemp's obviously favouring that leg side. 1 ball to come. Kemp brings it down the ground. Good fielding though. It's only the single. Mid on gets down well. And that is the end of the power play. And it's 32 for 3. Kemp's got 22 of those. The required rate is 8.7 now for Northants. And yeah, as I was saying, it's going to be interesting now to see what Leicestershire do here. Obviously, the end of the power play, you can have all your fielders out. Do they need them? I don't think they do. I think they keep the pressure on. There's a single off the last. There's a single off the last ball, so Kemp's taken the strike still. It might be that they give her a single and then look to bowl at Ascot. As it's a change of bowling, Cheska Sweet, who batted very well in the first innings actually. She's coming on to bowl from the pavilion end. 14 to go, 122 to win. And Leicestershire, yeah, I've got 3rd man. Deep square, deep mid wicket. So they have got a little bit, certainly the protection on the Kemp sweep. Cheska Sweet into bowl, and it's well bowled. Only worked into the offside, and there is no run there. Again, so good to see Leicestershire do still have the pressure in as they move another one out. Shows what I know. But again, it might be that they're looking just to give Kemp the single, get her off strike. Forces a shot, swing and a miss. Dot ball, crucial dot ball really from Cheska Sweet. Good take by Hughes standing up. Two dots to start then. Another good ball by Cheska Sweet. It can only find mid on, and it's another dot. And yeah, brilliant from Leicestershire. Certainly to keep the pressure on. Dot, dot, dot. Required run rates up at 9s. How's that appeal? Umpire thinks not out. Leg by down to 3rd man. Not a leg by, inside edge. Hence a not out. Dot ball, Ascot's first one. Oh, wide outside off stump. Tries to work it away into the offside, misses. Again, really good take. That one ever so slightly looked to stay a bit low. Might be just because it was a little bit wider, but it's just an extra thing to play on the minds of the batters for Northampton. Certainly when you're chasing. Sweet in to finish the over, and that one gets up and above a bat. Another dot ball. That's a brilliant over. Watch the replay back as well. I think she was maybe a little bit hard done by not to get a maiden for that with the LBW shout, although admittedly the umpire is in a far better position than me up at the top of the on top of the pavilion to see that. But great over by Cheska Sweet, 1 from it, and it's 33 for 3 at the end of the 7th.
Coming into the attack for the Foxes from the Bennett end, it's April Varadkar.
and it's another change of bowling. April Horavke. Kemp on 23 off 22. Kind of feel that she has to be the one that goes on and gets a big score now, with Northampton still needing 120 to win. Only 13 overs to get them. Oh, she's bowled her. What a ball. Bowled round the legs. The leg spinner does it. And Kemp is not going to be the one that goes on to get a big score, because she's out for 23. And Horavke gets a wicket with her first ball. And you have to feel that that is now a precarious position for Northants. 33 for 4 in the 7th over.
Amelia Kemp is bowled off the bowling of Horavke for 23. Steelbacks are now 33 for 5.
The leg spinner pitches one outside leg stump. Kemp gets over, tries to sweep it, turns back and hits into leg stump. And it's another wicket, and it's Abby Butcher to come to the crease. Top scorer in their most recent game with 47 against Derby, but she will need every bit of that today if Northants are going to have a chance in this chase. Kemp to putts 23, bowled Horavke.
Six for the Steelbacks, Abby Butcher.
Admittedly, it's a lovely evening tonight, but just to show how good a start Leicester have made, the Douglas Lewis is 63 at this stage for Northants. They're currently on 33, so well behind the going rate as Horavke comes into bowl. Butcher can only find cover. He gets down well and stops it. It's a dot ball, and with every dot that pressure just keeps building, forces the shots, forces the additional risk. And that's exactly what Butcher does there, but she gets every bit of it. Wonderful shot through cover, admittedly in the air, but nowhere near the two fielders that it splits, and it's 4 runs. Lovely shot from Butcher. Holds the pose as well, gorgeous. Horavke into bowl. Yeah, well bowled. Dot ball, good comeback. And even with the boundary, it's a wicket and only 4 runs off the first 4 balls. The required run rate's already at 9.5. Northampton need more than that. And that's exactly what they get from Butcher. She makes way, fine sweep, and it goes for 4. It's a wonderful shot. And it just shows how easy things turn in this shorter format. 4 from it. Butcher moves to 8 from 4 with 2 good boundary options. Continues her good form from previous innings. Just puts that pressure back onto the bowler, showing April Horavke that she's not going to get it all her own way. Be interesting now, does Butcher go again? She doesn't. She tries to nurdle it into the leg side, misses, hits pad, but can only find fine leg or short fine, and it's a dot ball. Good end to the over from Horavke. It's 8 from it, 1 wicket. It's 41 for 4 off 8. Leicestershire on 55 for 2 at the same stage, but it's that wickets column that will pay dividends for Leicestershire if they go on to win this, because they were able to push on. Chester Sweet, Scarlett Hughes, Flora Davis, all batting really well, given the option, with little cameos from Weston and Waston too.
Comes into the attack now for the Foxes from the Cricketlina.
Talking of which, it's Lucy Weston to bowl. Short and Ascot looks to work it away, but can only find mid-wicket. It's a dot ball. Weston in again. Yeah, well bowled. Saw Ascot come down. It's just as sweet as a shot at stumps. Manages to the umpire who was trying to get out of the way. Maybe saved overthrows. 1 to the total. Ascot gets off the mark. Does well. Ascot come down the track. Western saw her come in. Good cricket all round really. Ascot worked it into the leg side. Sweet picks it up, has a shot at the stumps. Brings Butcher back on strike. It's looked good to start the innings. And she continues to. That's a lovely little shot. Works away, dabs it down into the offside. Doesn't quite have the legs. Gets 2. Nice hands, deft touch. Forces Leicestershire to change field. Put a fielder there to stop any runs down there. Yeah, well bowled. Good change of pace from Weston there. Saw the Butcher like to work back, rock back and just angle that cut, took the pace off. Butcher ever so slightly had to wait for it, can only just prod it back down. Dot ball. And it's upwards. Fielder underneath. Can they take it? Dropped. Drop catch. Butcher gets a life. He tries to make room and hit over the offside. It goes straight up. I think it's high underneath it. Hung up in the air. Admittedly grey sky over the Upton Steel County ground, but you would feel that it should have done better than that. Drop catch. And a big chance. As Ascot rocks back. Tries that dab shot again, but as I said, Leicestershire changed field, so there was a fielder there, and it's a dot ball. Weston unlucky, really. Over goes for 4. It's a good over for Leicestershire, but 3 and a wicket would have looked a lot nicer, and they'll feel a little hard done by. But still, 45 for 4 off the 9. Required rate's now at 9.9.
Lucy Hine comes back into the attack for the Foxes from the Bennett end.
As Lucy Hine comes back into the attack, Leicestershire looking to constantly change it up. Give the batters no chance to settle against a particular bowler. As the motorbikes are back down the Milligan Road. Butcher the key wicket here. Good running. Bounce from Hime's delivery, Butcher gets up, just drops it down into the leg side. Short fine can only get round, save the 1. Leicestershire won't mind too much. Butcher on 12 off 9. Ascot 1 off 5, they much prefer to bowl. Beth Ascot. And not for much longer, because that's a wicket. Full toss. Pressure literally turns on Ascot as she comes down the ground, tries to punch it, but can only find Higham. She'll be disappointed with that, quite a tame end. And another big wicket. Higham amends for the drop catch in the previous over.
Goes for 1, and the Steelbacks are 46 for 5.
46 for 5 at the fall of the 5th wicket. And yeah, and Ascot will be disappointed with that. Never really got going. Struggled a little bit from some good bowling from the Leicestershire bowlers, changing the pace up. And a good caught and bowled by Lucy Higham on her second debut.
For the Steelbacks, Lenny Sims.
Lenny Sims in at number 7. She'll feel that it's quite an uphill task from here, but certainly not out of the realms of possibility. 10 and over for 11. The way the Butcher's striking the ball, she'll feel if she really gets going, then there's always a chance. Leicestershire need a couple more wickets and they'll really, really feel on top. As it goes, it's just important that they stay tight bowling. Hyman to bowl them. Oh, on bowler, what a beauty. What a beauty. Through the gate. turns back, and it's a hat-trick ball. Sims goes first. Score is 46 for 6. And it's running away from Northampton. Zella Phillips comes in to bat, and she'll be on a hat-trick ball. What a fairy tale start that'll be for Hyam's second stint with the Foxes. And just watching the replay, that's a gorgeous ball from Lucy Hyam. Lots of turn, good flight through the gate, and it's a hat-trick ball. And you hate to see the field go out.
In number 8 for the Steelbacks, it's Zella Phillips.
As the announcer says, Zella Phillips in. I feel like we're lacking catches for the hat-trick. I'm into bolt. Catch! Ooh, no. It's not to be. Gets up on Phillips. He prods it into the offside, but falls well short of extra cover. Crucially, a dot ball for Leicestershire. Been a really good over this by Lucy Hyam. She comes in. Good strike by Phillips. She can only find cover. Pops up, admittedly off her knee, but backed up by mid-off, who got round well, and it's still a dot ball. Leicestershire be looking to finish this off really well now. Sort of open up the space on the leg side, almost allowing Phillips just to drop one in for a single. Give her the single, keep Butcher off strike, starve her. Phillips can't do that. Comes straight back to the bowler, really good over. One from it, 2 wickets. 46 for 6 at 10, and at the halfway stage, Northampton need 108 to win from 60 balls. You don't need me to tell you that that is a required rate of 10.8 and over. In comparison to Leicester, who was 75 for 2 at the same stage. And Butcher will be feeling a lot. This is on her as Weston comes into bowl. And that's exactly what she does, but squirts it away. It can only get to cover, or sorry, backwards point. Not sure where cover came from there, and it's a single. Leicester won't mind that. Pressure telling a little bit on Butcher. It's a false shot, and importantly, it gets her off strike. Phillips is on strike now, not off free. Leicestershire won't mind bowling at her. Weston into bowl. Good flight. Just down the leg side, strays, and it's a wide. 3 runs for Northampton. Weston then, can she come back? She can't. It's a bit of a drag down, but she gets away with it. Phillips makes decent contact, but can only find fielders out. Parading the leg side boundary, of which there's 2 of them. They both get round. Square leg that picks it up. It's only a single. Butcher back on strike, 49 for 6. She's got to be thinking boundary here then now. Next couple of balls. That's what she tries. Again, she's looking at that deft little dab down to third man. Doesn't quite get it. It's a dot ball. Now they've changed the field. Not sure that's her best scoring option, because it has to be really good to beat what is now a short third and a backwards point. So she shapes up and looks to go over the leg side, misses. Well bowled by Weston. She knows now that pressure's building as Butcher was looking cow corner. We saw a few 6s go down there in the Leicester innings. I think she's going to try it again. It's short. It's a poor ball, to be fair, from Weston. Short and wide down the leg side. Keeper doesn't really have a chance. So it's going to be 2 wides. She'll be disappointed with that, especially after the last 2 balls and the false shot over deep mid wicket. Phillips on strike. Gives it more flight. Turns into be a bit of a half volley, but Phillips can only find the fielder on mid-off. More flight, lack of pace from Weston. Phillips just can't get it away. Good bowling. Now to finish the over. Again, I'm not sure how that's not bowled at. Really good ball by Weston. Just bounces straight over the stumps. Fair play to the ground staff, because considering the overs that have been bowled on this week, this pitch has really stayed true. That's gone straight over the stumps. And at the end of the 11th, it's 51 for 6. Northampton need 103 from 54 balls. And it's going to be Hyam to bowl again. Butcher on strike. Oh, really good bowling by Hyam. Just misses. Butcher again. She's looking big shot. Looking leg side. I'm not sure that's the play, to be fair. With the off spin, she's probably better off playing against the spin. Looking over the offside. There's no boundary protection over there. This time she just works it, nurdles it off into leg side, take her single. Leicestershire again, they won't mind that. Required run rate's nearly up at 12s. Butcher looks to be the one to get him. If anyone, Leicestershire will be more than happy with her down the non-striker's end. Phillips 1 off 6. Hyam into bolt. And it can only be prodded into the leg side, a little bit uppish. All of Leicestershire's fielders are on the boundary. Hyam has to follow off her own bowling. It's a single. Butcher back on strike. Now it'll be interesting to see how that pressure holds. She's got to be thinking boundaries. Where's she going to try and get them? And she absolutely nails it. But oh, what a wonderful catch! What a wonderful catch! She nails it out to cow corner, and that pressure does tell. That's a great catch out at cow, diving away, really well held. I thought admittedly at first that Butcher had got all of it, but it's such a long boundary out there. From the other end, that's 6, straight into the meat. But that's a brilliant catch by Watson.
Steelbacks are 53 for 7, still needing 101 for victory.
And at 53 for 7, Leicestershire will now feel that they are almost there. It's been a really professional performance from Leicestershire from ball 1. Oh, maybe ball 2. First one was, or the ball 7 or what it was, the first wicket maiden in the Northampton bowling innings. But from ball 7, Leicestershire have been very, very good. And now they find themselves with Northants 53 for 7, needing 101 off just 8.2 overs, with 3 wickets in hand. And Hyam, on her second debut for the club after leaving in 2017, finds herself 3 for 12 with 8 balls left. She's going to be eyeing a 5-fer.
New batter at number 9 is Gibbs for the Steelbacks.
And yes, apologies, it's Emma Gibbs in. 2 balls left, the 12th. Oh, and I'm not sure how that's not bowled at, to be honest. It beats everything, including the keeper, and it's going to run for 4 byes. I am wheeled away thinking that she'd got her wicket. And it has missed everything. Turning, good ball. Crucially for Northampton, it's 4 byes. Hyman to finish the over. It's well bowled. Gibbs can do no more than just play it back. And at the end of the 12th, Northampton are 57 for 7, requiring 97 from 8. And you have to think that it looks bleak for the Steelbacks here, as we're going to have a change of bowling again. Going to be Chester Sweep from the pavilion end. The Foxes will be sensing blood. They'll be looking to get this done. 3 crucial wickets. Sweet was very good in first over. Just the 1 run from it. Comes into bowl. Phillips on strike. And that's a great shot from Phillips. No one there. It's 1 bounce 4 down the ground. Lovely shot. She's not going to go without trying. Great shot. Half volley on leg stump admittedly, but it's a wonderful hit. Back down the ground. Can Sweet reply. Well bowled. But good shot, good cricket all round. Into the offside for 1. I should be happy with that. Phillips off strike. Bowl at the new batter. As the wind picks up at the Upton Steel County ground. Commentary box starts to feel like it's about to blow down. Four balls left to this over. The Sweet comes in. It's well bowled. Defended into the offside. Sweet will be hoping now just to get through this over. Pick up the dots. Steal a wicket if she can. Let's sure know that there are not too many maidens now from this being sort of out the hands of Northampton. Sweet in. Gibbs tries to just open up and dab it down to third man, but misses. It's a dot ball. Good reply from Sweet after that 4 from Phillips. Gibbs just struggling to get off the mark. Oh, well bowled. Just misses off stump. Gibbs tries to make room and go over the offside, but can't quite get hold of it. It's a dot ball. And this is the last ball of the 13th. Bowl time by Gibbs into the leg side. It's only 1. Leicestershire will be happy with that. 6 from the over. 63 for 7 at the end of the 13th. Northampton need 91 from 7 overs. Got to think that this is the over that is do or die. It's going to be Lucy Hyam to finish off. She's got 3 wickets. She'll be thinking about the additional 2 to get to a 5 for 6 balls to get it. 63 for 7. 7 to go. Gibbs does well. Gets on top of the bounce. Plays it into the leg side. Run out chance. Take 'em. And it's out. Miles out. Not even close. Phillips calls Gibbs through. There's never a second run there, in all honesty. Good fielding by the Leicestershire ring field. And Gibbs is short by quite a long way in the end. Good from Hughes. Difficult ball to pick up and take off the bails. An easy decision for the umpire to make. 63 for 8. Still needing 91 to win. Gibbs departs for 1 or 2, sorry.
Gibbs goes to 2, run out by Emma Watson out in the deep.
Emma Watson with a run out after a wonderful catch. Good fielding.
Coming out at number 10, it's Anisha Patel.
Anisha Patel out at 10. And Leicestershire will be looking See how quickly they can get this wrapped up. I'm probably a little bit disappointed as she comes in that it was a run out. 2 wickets left now. She's got 4 balls, try and get a 5 for, as that's a dot ball. Patel's first ball just into the pads. I'm into bowl. Beats Patel on the outside edge. Good take by Hughes. Dot ball. Wide ball. I selfishly probably won't mind that. Admittedly, for the score, it's an additional run. As she's coming around the wicket now, going to target those stumps for Patel. Half an appeal into the pads. I soon realised that it wasn't hitting. Cancelled that. So there's 2 balls left of the 14th. Good shot from Patel. Worked into the leg side. Good fielding though. Leicestershire fielded really well today, with the exception of that 1 drop catch. But they have fielded really well. 1 ball left now, the 14th over. 66 for 8. Phillips to face. Good strike from Phillips. A hand from mid-off. Cleaned up by mid-on. 2 runs to Phillips. 68 for 8 at the end of the 14th. Northampton need 86 from the last 6.
4 overs, 3 wickets, 17 runs.
Lucy Hine bowled really well. 4 overs, 3 for 17. She probably feel that maybe she deserved, didn't it? 1 more. There's a couple that just missed the stumps. Certainly that one went 4 byes that she wheeled off. Thatcher back on then from the pavilion end, and it's going to be Patel to face up. 6 overs to go, 36 balls. Northampton need a rather large 86. So wide to start up. Hughes does well to get a hand on it. Goes to third man, but no run. And remember as well, in what is set to be quite a tight table, stuff like net run rate does really start to pay off. So Leicestershire will be trying to get these wickets as quick as possible. Northants again trying to get as close to the target as they can. That's a lovely shot by Patel. That's going to be 4, I think. She opens up, works it through. Third man for 4. Yeah, great shot. Late cut. Width on offer from Thatcher. Patel opens up and cuts it down. Lovely shot. Important that Leicestershire don't let this slip. Admittedly, there's a lot of runs for Northants to get, but you have to stay disciplined. Don't give too much width on offer. Just stick to what's been working. Line and length, hit the stumps. Thatcher comes back over the wicket. It's a change of guard for Patel. Sorry, around the wicket she's come, but it's a wide, still outside off stump. Just needs to tidy it up a little bit. Focus on hitting that line and length. Into bowl then. This one goes down the other side, it's leg side wide. Another run to the total. come on, Emma Shires, come from the crowd. There's another wide, this time outside of the off stump. Used as well to get a hand on it. Prevent it from running away to the boundary because there is no protection down there. Picked up by third man, short third. Factor into bowl. Yeah, good comeback. Patel prods it into the leg side. Mid on, no run. Dot ball. Yorker outside off stump. Patel looks at the umpire. Maybe for a wide. Another wide Yorker. Patel looks again. I think she's just missed that one, in all honesty. Another dot ball. 2 to come. If this is the 15th over. As the wind really starts to pick up here in Leicester. Full toss. Good fielding by Hyam at cover. Patel makes decent contact but can only find the fielder. 1 ball left in the over. Thatcher to finish off. And it's a good reply. Good reply after the wides. She comes back with 4 dots. It's 76 for 8 at the end of the 15th. And it shows the impact that Leicestershire's last 5 had, because Leicestershire run 107 for 4 at this point in their innings with 5 overs left. Scored 47 off the last, 46 off the last 5. April Harafke to return. Wicket in her first over off her first ball. The dangerous Amelia Kemp. She'll be hoping to get a couple more here, finish off the innings. Be Ella Phillips to face. There's an appeal and it's given. LB. So it's a wicket, the first ball in her first over, and it's a wicket with the first ball of her second over. Northampton 76 for 9. And Harafke, that's exactly what she wanted. It's LBW.
Steelbacks is 76 for 9.
Watching the replay, looked very out. Phillips trying to work to leg side. Can do nothing more than miss it. It's Emily Carpenter in at 11.
And at number 11 for the Steelbacks, Emily Carpenter.
Harafke then. 5 balls left in the over. She'll be selfishly thinking about that 3rd wicket. Finish the game. Oh. And she nearly got it with a repeat of the way she got Amelia Kemp out, bowled around the legs. This time it misses the stumps. And it's a wide. Shows how cruel the game is. Have to go into bowl again. Carpenter looks to cut, misses, dot ball. Northampton 77 for 9, need another 77 to win. Dot ball again, similar to the one before, a little bit wider. Carpenter looks back to pull, to cut, misses. Good take by Hughes, stood up. This time she does connect, but can only find point. Dot ball again. 2 balls left of the 16th. Let's see her FK flight one up here. Get Carpenter on the front foot. That's exactly what she does. A little bit too full though. Carpenter just turns it into the leg side. Bit of a cross back pull. And Harafke's got one to bowl at Patel. Last ball of the 16th. It's been another good over for Leicestershire. 2 off it with a wicket. Patel tries that little deft cut, misses. It's a dot ball. Great over by April Harafke. 2 for 10 from her too. Steelbacks 78 from 9 at the end of 78 for 9 at the end of the 16th, with 76 needed. And required run rate now at 19s.
Coming back to bowl from the pavilion end, it's Laura Cross.
Laura Cross back on to bowl from the pavilion end then. She'll be hoping that she can get herself a wicket. 0 for 5 from 1 at the moment. Emily Carpenter to face. And that's going to be 4. Edgy. It's gone through. Fair chase. Good effort, but ball just won. It's 4. Good shot by Carpenter. Maybe not entirely where she wanted it to go, but good contact. Width on offer from Cross. Again, with that angle coming around the wicket, does open the angle up. I'd like to see her come over, to be fair. Target the stumps. And she comes to bowl. It's played out. Dot ball. Straight to mid-off. Better line and length from Carpenter. From Cross. Targeting the stumps. 3 balls left of this, the 17th. In she comes to bowl. And it's down the leg side. It's missed. I'm just waiting to see what the umpire gives. Buys. Not entirely sure how that can be the case, because it's down the leg side. And Hughes, the keeper, agrees with me and has signalled for wides, but fortunately for Cross and Leicestershire's sake, it was not given. And that's a wonderful shot, that by Patel. Opens up space. Great work out in the deep though. Restricts it to 1. So the last ball then. Carpenter looks to work it into the offside. Can only hit Lucy Hyam. And it's another dot ball. And at the end of the 17th, it's 84 for 9. Leicestershire will be desperately trying to get this last wicket. Going to be April Harafke to bowl it. Patel to face. That's well bowled. Turned into the leg side though. Lovely shot by Patel. Good fielding though. It's only restricts him to a single. Leicestershire have done that really well In the Leicestershire innings, they were able to find twos, just dropping them into mid-wicket. But the Leicestershire deep riders have been really on their toes. Restrict. Oh, Carpenter winds up, goes for the big shot. Inside edge onto pad. Look. She might go again here. Harafke floats one up, which she does. And she does go. And it's going to be caught. And it is caught. Caught. Can only find the edge. And it's caught at backward point. And that is that. 85 all out, Northampton. And it's a resounding victory for Leicestershire Foxes, winning by 69 runs. A professional performance. They batted well, fielded well, bowled well. And it's them who take the spoils in this East Midlands derby against Northampton. Leicestershire will be very pleased with that. Avenges the defeat to Northampton at the start of the month.
They take on the Derbyshire Falcons, play starting at 2:30. Entry once again is completely free, so do make sure you come down
and a great win for Leicestershire. That Harafke ends up with 3 for 11 from her spell. I'm just trying to not repeat at the same time what the stadium announcers announcing. Obviously for Leicestershire, their next game is at home to Derbyshire Falcons in the Vitality Blast League 2. Sunday, the men's side host Middlesex here as they look to extend their position at the top of the County Championship Div 2. As Leicestershire are led off here in front of us and shake hands with the Northants players. Thank you for watching and listening. I've been Sam Martin, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Brilliant to see Leicestershire win, but brilliant to see two good sides play a good game of cricket on what has been a lovely day, quite warm in the commentary box. Yes, thank you for listening, and hopefully we're back again for more Leicestershire victories here at the Upton Steel County Ground. Thank you.